Hey, Bless Tribe, it's your Coach Jess. I'm just about to wash my dishes, but I wanted to have a little discussion with you guys. So I wanted to kind of multitask today. Since a lot of you guys are nosy, you're like me. I'm just like that. When my coach like released something like in her house, in her like regular element, like I'm always paying attention, and I'm always like, oh my God, what does she do behind the scenes? So I completely get why you guys like these type of videos. I have to get used to producing them because I'm just used to doing my own thing. But one thing I have noticed is that people do not need another sermon. They need some encouragement. So this is my way of giving you guys a little encouragement. I really don't like the way that cabinet is like looking up there. But yeah, I just wanted to give you guys some encouragement, and I thought it would be divine just to do this while I'm washing dishes because this is what I would naturally be doing. And a lot of you guys want to know, like, what do I do? So I mother. I am a student at this moment. What else? So today I have to run some errands. I do grocery shopping. So I'm the type of person, if it's cheaper at another store, I'm going to go to the other store and get certain items from certain places. Like, I know for Walmart, they have certain stuff like brown rice. The minute rice is cheaper at that store than it is another store that's more closer to me. I'm going to go over there and get it cheaper. I don't know. That's just me. So I like to bargain shop, I guess you can say that, with my groceries. So yesterday I grocery shopped and I just like put everything away, clean out my pantry. So God has asked me to do a thing in this season, and that's move. I know, Bless Tribe. I know. I'm going to miss this home as well. But so naturally when you begin to move, you got to start packing. You got to declutter. You got to get rid of some things. And as I'm going through this process, it's really divine that God have me going through it at this time, because he said that this is a season where you're going to have to decide. And I had to make a decision whether I was going to stay or whether I was going to transition with my grandmother. Or I had to make a decision whether I'm going to continue to procrastinate and have late assignments, not go to school, drop classes, procrastinate, all these things. I had to make a decision about these things. Even now, I had to decide whether I was going to bring y'all along this dishwashing journey, talk to y'all, be vulnerable, whatever. You have to make a decision. So let's get into it. So, yeah, God told me you're going to have to decide in this season. And what you're deciding is you're choosing you. Now, I know that's foreign because you're the type of person, especially if you relate to my type of content, you normally don't choose you. You normally choose family. You choose what's best for everybody else. You try to make sure everybody else is taken care of. You decide what's best for your kids. It's like you're a good decision maker when it comes to everybody else, but then when it comes to you, you feel stuck. And the reason why you're feeling that in this particular season is because God say this is your season. This is your season to become the woman or the man that God has you to come in this season. He birthed you for this time. So he knew that in this very moment you would be mature enough. You would be mature enough to make the right decision. So God may be asking you to give up something. Like, for me, giving up my home is a very, very, very big deal. Very big deal. Because I'm the type of person, I grew up in chaos. I grew up unstable, having to go from this house to that house. As you heard me say, I grew up in both grandparents' homes. So that means I was between my mom's home, which was unstable. I was in between my grandma's home, and then when I got tired of that, or I wanted a move, I went to my other parents, my grandparents' home that was on a farm. So in this season, you're going to have to decide, okay, you're going to have to give up that thing that you really, really is cushion. It feels so good. Listen, it's your bread and butter. God said, if you give up that thing for him, make a sacrifice. This is what we're talking about, the obedience and things like that. If you give up that thing that means so much to you, that you work so hard for, you had to fix your credit for it, You had to sit out a couple seasons. You couldn't go on your best friend's wedding trip, bachelorette party. You had to miss out. It's a lot of sacrifices you had to make for this thing he's asking you to either postpone or trust him in the process. So when God asked me to move, he said you got to make a decision. And the same thing with you all. You have to make a decision in this season whether or not you're going to decide to listen or you're going to keep repeating the same processes. And that process includes you not being successful. So basically, this move is going to set you up for success. Okay? And I see a lot of you guys. Okay, this is going to be your first time seeing me stand up if you haven't seen me in person. Okay? So, yeah, this is really good. I'm really feeling this. I'm feeling this lane right now. Because we definitely get to know each other a little bit better, and you see that I'm just an ordinary woman, just like you are. It's no magic trick. It's no fairy dust. It's no manipulation. It's just raw and authentic. Okay. So, as I was saying, God gonna ask you to make a decision, and you're gonna have to decide you. You're going to have to decide you. That was my whole point of coming on, is to tell you guys, even though you might lose something. I told you guys about the relationship. I had to start all over. I left basically everything behind because at that moment in my life, I didn't have emotional intelligence. I didn't know how to articulate to the person, what was going on, other than the words that I was using, and obviously the person wasn't understanding because they didn't stop the behavior. So I just up and left. So the last time I moved, it was like a situation like that, like where I had to just leave for the betterment of my mental health. And I had to make that decision. It was hard, to leave everything behind. And this move is kind of bringing up those emotions. But yeah, I don't use paper plates. I still use plates because I just haven't gotten there yet. And maybe I just don't have enough kids where I'm tired of washing dishes. And you would think a person charging $1,300 for some rent that they would have a dishwasher in the home. But that is what they're doing down here in North Carolina. I guess it just depends on where you live at. Because some people be like, that ain't a lot. But, okay. Yeah, you're going to have to decide you. You're going to have to do the hard thing. You're going to have to make some sacrifices. And God was revealing to me that I'm taking this move because when I leave, my next move is going to be the move that I've always dreamed of, the move that I've always desired, the move that is in my depths of depths. I'm going to be able to walk into my dream home. So it's like I'm giving up a rental property so that I can become a homeowner, so I can reestablish myself financially, be there for a loved one, honor, serve, and protect, and things like that. And I know God is bringing me closer to my roots. As far as like maybe it's some childhood things that I need to address, or just being closer to loved ones. So God may be asking you to leave your job, try to get as organized as possible, save at least a couple thousands of dollars before you transition. So I've also had to leave a job that I really cared about. I've had to lose a lot of things to become the Coach Jess that you see today. So I don't want you to get it confused and think that I didn't have to make any sacrifices to get here. Oh, all I do is sit around and wash dishes all day. Or all I do is sit around and just be London's mama all day. All I do is sit around and press play and then tell you guys to, pick yourself up by your bootstraps and figure it out. No, that's not what this is. I've had to make a lot of sacrifices. I've had to say no to a lot of things. And when I say a lot of things, a part of my testimony is that I used to not really understand my gift. So I used to try to suppress it with marijuana. So I used to smoke really heavy. let it control my appetite. I had to combat that by first getting sober. God wouldn't allow me to enjoy it anymore. So it did the opposite of what it was supposed to do. Like, at first, it used to be like a numbing mechanism, like self-medication. It used to numb me, and then it used to make me, just mellow out. And then eventually it started making me have like panic attacks and make me feel like I was losing my mind. And therefore I knew it was just that time. God had given me that time to say, it's time for you to step into who I birthed you to be. So once I stopped having the desire to smoke or no longer able to enjoy it, that's when I learned, okay, so this gift has to be more than just, something has to be going on other than just me trying to self-medicate. Like, what is this thing? So eventually I had to kind of get into community. I did a lot of yoga, meditation, spiritual retreats. Try to, just tap in and figure out what trauma I was trying to run from or whatever. So eventually I got to a place where I just, started reading my scripture, get into community. All of those things is one decision in front of the other one. So that's why you be thinking, oh, you're just going to arrive to a place overnight. Absolutely not. That's not how it's going to be. You're just not going to arrive to a place and just be successful, be happy, peaceful, and living a blissful life you want to live. That's not going to be the case. You're going to have to make a decision. And a lot of us, it's relationships. I know for me, my hindrance was relationships, trying to save people, trying to be their savior, trying to bring them to Christ, trying to bring them to family, trying to bring them to sobriety, trying to bring them to better careers, educational goals, being family oriented, just basically forcing people into a lifestyle that they really didn't desire or was prepared to live. So that's always been me. I've always been the savior. Even in my family, I don't like to see people around me struggling. I've just always had that mentality that, I can make everything better. And I know a lot of you guys will be able to relate to that part because we were on a meeting last night and so many of us were saying, like, we can relate to that type of information. So even getting into community, sometimes you might have to invest. And it may seem crazy, just like you guys may be wanting to invest to get a life coaching session, but you don't see the benefits of talking with a stranger or talking with someone about your issues. But just like how I have to invest and I have to make a decision to decide that I might not be getting my toes and my nails done for this particular month because I'm going to invest into community. Community makes a difference. So that was one of the reasons why I've been able to make so many positive strides towards becoming the better coach for you all, becoming a better mom for London, becoming a better student, becoming a better sister, a better friend, a better business partner, all of the above, okay? So community. It changed my life. Community changed my life because it made me understand that all the desires and all the things that God had for me, it's real. It can be accomplished. It's not like a fairy tale or, just because nobody in your family have it, you may be thinking that this is not for you, but it is. So I just wanted to get on to encourage you guys today. Listen. Choose you. You done chose that man. You done tried to save everybody else. You done tried to love everybody else. They talk about you like a dog. They don't have no respect for you. They just can't believe that God chose you. They can't believe that you got sober. They can't believe you got educated. They can't believe you got that new job promotion. They can't believe you reversed yourself out of debt. They can't believe that you get on your knees and pray. They can't believe that you're sacrificing and doing the things that you're doing. People thought so little of you, and it's because of the way you thought of yourself, the way you presented yourself, the activities that you indulged in, the way you just became the person that everybody else wanted you to become. And that doesn't happen overnight. That's one decision on top of another decision. You decide to stay comfortable. You decide to not stop self-medicating. You decide to, you know, you got to make those decisions in order to become the woman of God or the man of God that he birthed you here to be. And if you're not happy with the way your life is right now, because I had to be honest, I had to come to a place to say, listen, me trying to save everybody, it wasn't working out for me. Me trying to stay with somebody who just wasn't who God birthed me to be with and to build a future with. Me having to accept those truths, it was hard. And I this is a topic that's really deep because it's difficult to choose you. And I'm 34, and this is the year the last year. So maybe year 33. When I turned 30, it was like a light bulb went off where I was like, this ain't the life God got for me. This can't be it. This can't be it. This can't be it. This can't be it. So I came to terms with that it got to be a better way. So once I became 30, got sober, got out of a toxic job environment, began to just choose me. Things changed for me. I made better decisions. Even this decision, to move or to stay, you have to be obedient. So even if it's hard, and God gonna ask you to do some hard things, you're gonna have to make some hard decisions to ultimately get where you want to be. But he's getting you to do those things so that you can get all the things that you ever wanted. It's for your better good, okay? So in order for you to get all the things that you want, you're going to have to do all the things that your daddy asked you to do. Not some of the things, not, 99.9%, 100% of the things he asked you to do. And don't worry about making a mistake, because you look a fool for the devil. You look a fool with your credit being towed up. You look a fool with your kids not being able to get what you know that they're going to need to thrive and be great adults. You're going to look like a fool when you 50 and you haven't set your life up to be a kingdom woman, to attract your kingdom husband. You're not in purpose. You're going to look like a fool when you're just not happy with your life. So why not take a chance and look like a fool for God, but ultimately lead to your success? You're gonna look crazy when you're choosing yourself, when you're on your road to sobriety, when your weight is in between, when your finances all jacked up. But once God restacked that thing for you, people gonna be saying, so what you say, you had to move, and then you had to lead a man, and then you had to do your own hair for a season, and then you said, what else you say you do? You said you recorded while you was washing them dishes. You said you sacrificed and started taking them walks. You said you stopped spending all your money and start working on your credit. What steps did you say you did again? People gonna be having their notebook. They're gonna be coming to your seminars, your webinars, your videos, and they're gonna be trying to figure out how to get to your successful level. But I can guarantee you, on my way to success, I had to make some decisions, and those decisions are going to impact your children. Those decisions are going to impact your business. It's going to impact your mental health. It's going to impact a lot of things. So that's why community is very important. All right, community. I am an advocate for community, educational communities, physical health communities, spiritual communities, mental health communities. Listen, community. You're going to need community. Because with community, you're going to realize, I ain't the only one going through this stuff. I thought I was the only one. You're not going to be the only one going through this stuff. You're going to figure out it's thousands, even millions of people going through the same stuff you're going through. Just like y'all. Y'all got to wash y'all dishes, load them in a dishwasher. You got to do the same stuff I'm doing. We not aliens. We all got to do the same stuff. We all got to face different crosses in our lives, okay? y'all excuse me. Let me put these pots. Put these pots and these bowls away. All right. So, decisions. Just like I had to decide, am I going to be vulnerable? Am I going to let y'all in, or I'm just going to keep asking y'all to invest in me and get to know me, and I'm not even giving you an opportunity to get to know me. And it's actually helpful. I get to wash my dishes. I get to encourage you guys along the way. So, yeah. I'm about to clean my stove. So now I gotta go over here and see what mess London done made in my living room. Whew. All right. So I'm just gonna go ahead and go. I'm not gonna hold y'all too much. So listen. Decide, choose you, okay? You done chose everybody else. You already know what that's going to give you, a whole bunch of confusion, heartache, and you feeling empty at the end of the day. That's how come you know that God is asking you to do something that's going to pull you out of the rut that you're in, but it's going to impact other people. Other people going to be inconvenienced. They're going to be mad. They're going to be upset. They're going to be jealous-hearted. These are just the ways of people. And God already told us that people are going to, Jesus told us in the Bible, people are going to hate us because we serve our daddy, because we are being righteous, because we don't cuss them out when they deserve to be cussed out, because we get in here and mind our business and wash our dishes and record and do the upward things. We're on to the next thing. We're on to negotiating this and lining up that and resting, working, serving. We're on to the next thing. We don't have time for foolishness. So people are going to look at your life. They're going to admire you. And then the admiration, if they're not ready to change, is going to turn into hate, bitterness, resentfulness, because they knew that you guys used to smoke blunts together. You guys used to do drugs together. You guys used to sleep around with people together. You guys used to run the streets together. You guys graduated the same graduation date. Your degree say this one and theirs say that one. Your bank account you used to be on zero, negative 50 cents. Okay. I used to always wonder how Cash App get negative 50 cents when you can't get the money unless the money on there. But anywho, your Cash App be negative 50 cents. They was with you when y'all both was broke, driving the Hondas from back in the day. Back in the day, you was not that girl or that guy unless you had a little Honda, okay? So I had a 91 Honda Accord. My favorite little baby, okay? And her name was Edith. I named all of my cars. My car now is named Nancy after my grandma. So, anywho, they knew you when you didn't have nothing. And the people, some of them now, they gonna appreciate your grind and your grit and your tenacity, your resiliency, your ability to make one good decision in front of another one. They know it just wasn't luck because you literally had to get it out the mud with your daddy's help. The way God is gonna bless you, you can't do it by yourself, okay? So some people are going to admire that. Like I said, that admiration for some people are going to turn into jealousy because they're going to figure out, listen, I've been grinding harder than her. How come my channel didn't take off? I've been investing and doing backdrops and doing transitionals and all of that. And it didn't do what hers doing. Why come God blessed her bank account? Why come God blessed her with a brand new house? Why God blessed her with a brand new car? Why God changed her mind and gave her the confidence of a lion? Okay. Why? What happened? Listen. Some people going to be inconvenienced. They're going to be upset with your decisions. But I want to encourage you today. Choose you. You have chose everybody else. I'm right here with y'all. This is not I'm telling you guys after I got to the other side. I'm telling you guys in the midst of it. I'm having to make decisions to choose Coach Jess. Choose Jessica. Choose JJ. Choose London's mom. Choose however people identify with me. Listen, I'm having to choose this person. And it's hard. even though it's you, you know it's going to benefit you in the long run, it's still hard to break away from your normal life, your normal relationships, your normal way of you knowing how everything is already stable and things like that. You're going to have to break away from your false sense of security, that false sense of, oh, I got this in a bag, and you're going to have to go with your daddy. He got so much more for you, but you have to jump off of this edge so that you can get to your next level. But just know, you may have bumps along the road. People may fall off. People may talk about you. You may not make every decision perfectly and correctly. But God even know how to make your mistakes that you make. He know how to make them work out so that he can get the glory for your story, okay? So I wanted to encourage you guys today. Decide on you. Decide what's best for you. If that job is not serving you, put in some more applications or start your own business. Begin to make that your second income versus your main focus. A lot of us, we try to go to other people's jobs and make it us. We try to go to their jobs and put our logo on it. You need to start a channel. You need to do something to take your mind off of what they got going on, making their business great. And you need to begin to say, listen, I got all of this gym. I got all of this organizational skills. I got all of this creativity. I got all of this wealth of value. I need to bring it to my own camp. I need to make my own tribe. I need to make my own logo. I need to make my own stuff and stop trying to give these people everything we got, because they already established. Their kids are already set up in the future for education and extracurricular activities and property investments. They already good. You got to get you and your family and your heritage and your nieces and nephews. You got to get these people good. So make the right decision to say, listen, I'm not going to keep concentrating on what y'all doing, what y'all think about me, what y'all said about me, how y'all used to know me, what y'all still think about me on today. I'm going to worry about what my daddy say about me. And my ultimate goal is for him to say, you did a great job. I say, my faithful servant, you did a good job. Okay. That's what you're going to want your daddy to say. So make a good decision. If he asks you to leave, you got to go. Deuces. I know it's hard. I know people going to cry. They're going to write you them letters that say they're going to miss you forever. And soon as you out the door, they ain't going to think about you twice. Okay. Make the best decision. If you got to relocate, relocate. If you got to stop eating bad, eat clean, okay? If you got to go to sleep early, if you got to go to the library to write a paper, if you got to go cross town to invest in that interview, whatever you got to do, make a decision that chooses you, okay? Tell them people, I can't buy you nothing for your baby shower this time. I got to invest in this transcript so I can get this promotion with this job. Oh, I can't travel with you right now because I got to take a course. This course is going to certify me to make 10 more thousands of dollars. It's small decisions like that where you like, oh, I'm comfortable, I'm good, everything's around me is good. No, it's not. You can make more money. You can self-care a little better. You can organize your house a little better. You can record some more, all right? You can learn and invest in yourself. You can take some spiritual walks and lose a couple pounds. You can eat at home versus eating out. It's small decisions that you can make that God is asking you to do so that you can get to your next level. So a lot of us, it's these relationships. It's people. We love people. That's one of our kryptonites. We love people. We love our family. We love our communities. We love these people to a default where we not choosing us. And I'm not saying anything about you all. I'm talking about me. These are things that I've done. I love my community, my support of my family unit, and how I got people around me. I love those people so much that I haven't decided on me. I love an intimate partner or a romantic partner more than I love myself. I would help that person clear their credit before I clear my own credit. I would make sure they had what they wanted to eat, and I'm sitting up here eating sauces I don't really even like to eat. Just to have a person around me. Codependent, toxicity. Listen, a decision. You have to make a decision to choose you, and it's going to be a scary journey, but go for the ride. You've already went on the enemy's roller coaster, and you know that leaves you with a flat nugget, goose egg. That means zero, zilt. You don't listen. It's not going to give what it need to give. The math going to math for a little bit, and then it's going to be gone. So go with your daddy so that he can make you abundant. God is going to give you something that is going to be long-term, longevity. It's going to last forever. This is a lifestyle, and it's a beautiful lifestyle, okay? So even though I got to make some decisions that's hard, I'm prepared to make them because I already know God going to recorrect my path. God is going to take me to glory. He's going to take me to my final destination, and I'm so excited about it. And I want you guys to make the same decisions that you got to make. It may not be a life event decision. He might just say, listen, fast for a couple days this week. Stop gossiping on the phone with that girlfriend this week. Stop arguing with your husband all the time. Stop focusing on what he doing. He ain't washing the dishes, so you might got to get in the kitchen and wash them. Or your house going to be nasty. Okay? It's little decisions like that. Y'all make the best decisions for you, because Coach Jess is making the best decisions for her. And I want you to get to your final destination as well, okay? Invest in a life coaching session. If you don't have no community, you don't have no support, you don't know what to do, this is your first time coming to a hard decision, and you like, I don't know what to do. I just need sound counsel. I need to talk to somebody that cares about me. So invest. Subscribe if you have not subscribed. That's something free, intentional that you can do. Keep coming back onto these videos. I don't know what I'll be doing next. I'll be doing my hair, my dishes. We'll see what God say do next, okay? I love you guys. Have a blessed and prosperous day. I'll pray for you before you leave, okay? Dear Lord Jesus, thank you so much for this video. Thank you so much for my vulnerability. Thank you so much for the Blessed Tribe encouraging me, gassing me up, letting me know that they want to see me behind the scenes more. So God, thank you so much for divinely bringing us together. Whoever needs to make a good decision today to better their lives, to change their lives, to take them to the next level, I ask that you give them courage. I ask that you give them an astronomical ability to separate from things, that false sense of security. I ask that you just allow them to understand that anything they lose, that you can bring it back tenfold. You can bring it back with friends. You can bring it back multiplied. You can bring it back with the things and people around them that deserve to be there. God, allow us to break away from these demonic relationships and toxicity and codependencies that we have with people that we love. God, we thought that they were going to be here forever, but we have to leave them behind. Everybody can't go. So thank you so much for just always giving us the guidance, the tool, and the understanding of how to get to our next level. God, we ask for our healing in our body. We ask for mental health clarity. We ask for covering over our children. We ask for a financial abundance. We ask for good decision making. God, if people are unclear about what decision to make, allow them to be able to go into prayer, seek your face, and be able to get one decision that they have to make on today to get to their final destination. God, I ask that you just bless all of these many blessings. In your name I pray. Amen. Amen, Blessed Tribe. I love you guys. Wash those dishes today, okay? I love you. Have a great day.